Shalom, shalom, shalom. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying the first day of a new year, 2026. I wish so much happiness and peace and joy, prosperity and love and kindness to you all, to you all. Um, Shalom. And shalom means peace, specifically God's peace. So, the title of Young Riaz, the title of my live is "Don't Go to Bed Mad," and I'm going to be live only briefly, because there isn't too much to say. So I do want to start that I don't know if I've talked about this ad nauseum, but definitely I've talked about it and I don't want to continue to have conversations about it because I don't want people to think that there's unfinished business. But however, um years ago, I did lose my boyfriend at the time. Happy New Year, awesome who that. Shalom. I did lose my boyfriend at the time to a combination of sickle cell disease as well as COVID. And I said that that was such a shock to me because even with if you don't know, sickle cell disease is a very sometimes it's hard to manage sometimes. It can be very painful. Um um Definitely um can hinder some things in your life. Um and it's unpredictable when you'll have a crisis versus just having some pain. And he was the type of person where if he was having like a crisis or if he was like near it, like to tell him to go to the hospital, he wouldn't go. He just like toughed it out. And he worked a lot. He worked a lot of overtime. And so he was just prioritizing trying to get himself where he needed to be. So um we were together for 3 years. Definitely the love was there. However, when before he got sick the last time, I got upset with him. And like I said, I had every right to be upset. I think that if I said why I was upset with him, then um people would understand. However, this was also someone, and even through my healing I'm realizing what I need, but this is someone who really took care of my heart, really made sure I was safe, very chivalrous, very generous and very affectionate. Um And I have said how I have suffered with anxiety, experienced anxiety attacks, um, and with my family being on the East Coast, um, so he was the one who, if I needed somebody to be there for me, it was him. And he would come over 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Even with him working, he made always made time for me and always made sure that I was okay. Um, but before he passed, he called me twice. And I coulda, shoulda, woulda answered the phone. Maybe he was letting me know what was going on with him. Maybe I could have given him some advice. He did end up in the hospital. I'm sure his mom probably called him and made him go to the hospital. But he went to the hospital and didn't make it. And didn't make it. Um, and I regret not answering his phone calls because Well, I do trust in the Lord and in his timing, but at least maybe I could have told him, "Hi, Joshy Poo." Maybe I could have told him at least I loved him, for the last time, or given him some advice or encouraged him like he had done me for 3 years. And part of my healing too, you guys, is like I'm never gonna put a man in that situation where I'm using like different skills, right? Different coping skills. And I'm using different patterns of thought so that when I do experience anxiety, that I pray more and give it to the Lord. And then when I start to feel like anxiety attacks, which can feel like impending doom, it could feel like you're going to have a heart attack, I feel like you're going to be sick. And I have learned how to manage that, how to manage it, and how to ignore it sometimes because um, I definitely deserve to live an anxiety free life. Anyways, and also a disclaimer, I've talked about Christian before. I think in the past, like when I was talking about him, it got interrupted. So I just wanted to come back and just say this and then also say, it's if you can, when you have a significant other, and it's just not like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, if you can, try not to go to bed angry. Um, I'm not saying to answer every phone call. Hey, Joshy, Pooh. I'm just saying that, okay, if you're going to, if you know the phone call is going to end up in like arguing and fussing and all of that, then maybe just pick up the phone and be like, listen, I don't want to argue and fight with you. I love you. Let's come to a solution. And then disclaimer, after Christian, I definitely did. I don't know if it was too soon, but I definitely ended up and this was a really nice guy, great guy. Very, very on point with what I usually like as far as like aesthetics and the fact that he was anyways. I was in it wasn't even a relationship really, to be honest. It was a situationship and he was a good companion. However, so I'm not really like tied down to Christian, but I do want to just use that experience just as a warning. Like, don't go to bed mad at anyone. I've heard so many people say that they've lost. Hey, my Abril, happy New Year, sis, my beautiful sis. Hey, Brilly, love you. Thanks for popping in. I'm not going to be here long. Um, yeah. So, yeah, I've heard other people, who have lost loved ones say like their last, um, communications was a fight, or they didn't pick up the phone, or they did pick up the phone, they said something nasty, and they wish that they can take it back and very regretful. And I definitely um understand that. I definitely understand that. So, yeah, just try not to go to bed mad, you guys. Have a conversation. Fix things before it's bedtime. Um, and just try to be mindful of other people's feelings as well. So, yes, that's all it is. It's my first live of the new year. I was making a video and then something happened and I ended up accidentally stopping the video. And so I was like, you know what, let me just go live. It's so much easier just to do that. Okay, and then shalom, you guys. I hope you guys continue to have a wonderful new year. My sister is here. My sister is here. She's at our friend's house. Um, and I've been relaxing because yesterday we hit the mall. We hit two malls. We went to go get some fruit. um I was up for more than 24 hours last night. We were going to go to this place to go have dinner and dance, but I didn't like their tables and then the music was so loud. You got guys got to understand that have not been I don't like go party. Like when I go places, I go to like very upscale places where um not a lot of people have heard about it, and so there's not a lot of people at the venue. You might have to pay a little bit more to go to these different places, but definitely the people you meet there are um interesting, really, really great to strike up conversations. Sometimes the who's who of Houston is there. I'm not like a partier. I used to really, I like to dance actually. So I was definitely looking forward to eating and then dancing and then getting home before New Year and praying with my sister, which my sister and I we ended up praying before we went out, but y'all, we was dressed. Um yeah, they keep the crazy out, Abril. And it's very like classy and just a nice place to um to get some meeting of the minds and meet some very interesting people, maybe make some connections, do some networking. Yeah. Um and then my sister, I didn't take a picture of my outfit because my outfit was outfitting. Okay. I was doing the do. So, anyways, my sister's with my friend right now. I think I'm gonna stay home and she can bring me back some food. But anyways, Abril, who that is telling you Happy New Year. Thank you so much for dropping all of my info. Young Ria's Young Drip, King Drip said he's doing good. All right, y'all. That's it. Thank you guys for being in my first live of the year. I'm gone. Happy, happy new year. Love you guys very much. Thanks for showing up. Okay. Um maybe I'll see you guys in a live soon today. Um a happy new year. Hi Pelu. Feliz año. Feliz año to you as well. Thank you very much. Feliz año y prosperidad. All right. Shalom, you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. Bye bye.